2:28. 2:28. Today is all hands on deck's day, but we will take care of these very important lessons before we do that. 2:28. Are you there? Who are you? Read. In the evidence stage, basic questions are asked and must be answered. Who are you? What is your definition? What is your purpose? These questions must be immediately raised in the learner's mind. By helping the learner answer these questions, provide the learner with evidence. This evidence will serve as the motive force behind the learner's active participation and growth in the character-centered servant, warrior, leader development process. Now the situation changes. The facilitator, mentor, begins to gather information from the learner, evidence that indicates what the learner needs or wants to improve or overcome. In actuality, the learner is either moving towards something or away from something. It's the facilitator mentor's job to find out what that something is and how the learner is reacting to it. Stop. So in the evidence stage, it's on the front end when you're just getting started learning something. What are the basic questions?
Who are you?
Who are you? What is your definition? What is your purpose? So these questions must be immediately raised in the learner's mind. You have to start thinking when you first walk in to any situation, including studying this process. You have to start thinking about who am I? What is my definition? What is my purpose? Who am I? What is my definition? What is my purpose? And the reason for doing this is that it gives you a point of departure. It provides a stable point from which you can answer and address any other area. A lot of people get into trouble because they really don't know who they are. You know who people tell you you are, but do you really know who you are? Y'all hear me? So if I don't know who I am, then someone can come along and tell me that I'm something, and I may not have been that, but now I'm going to start to act that way. Because we tend to act the way we've been programmed. If they tell me I'm a slave, then I'm going to act like a. If they tell me that I'm a warrior, I'm going to act like a. If they tell me that I'm nothing, I'm going to act like. If they tell me I'm garbage, I'm going to act like. If they tell me I'm gold, I'm going to act like. So I've got to move away from letting people tell me who I am. I need to know who I am. Who are you? Who am I? What is your definition? What is my definition? What is your purpose? What is my purpose? Now, we know that biblically, we have these answers immediately in front of us. Who are you? Who am I? I am the image of God. Hello? How do you know that? Because the Bible says in the book of Genesis that God created man in his, I can't hear you, in his image. So I know, I immediately know who I am because God says who I am. And God is the only one who can tell me because he's the creator. I can't get this from philosophers, I can't get this from anthropologists, I can't get this from sociologists, I can't get this from psychologists. I can only get this from my Creator. And my Creator says I am his image. So in effect, I'm walking around as a reflection of who God is. I may not always honor him in the way I act, but that's who I am. And what is my definition? Well, I'm made in this image, and I'm given the necessary authority to do great things. So I'm defined by him. He defined me as beautifully and wonderfully made. I'm defined as beautifully and wonderfully made. How are you defined? As I can't hear you. Raise this thing up. How are you defined? I am beautifully and wonderfully made. Say that.
I am beautifully and wonderfully made.
So if I ask you to repeat the affirmation, what are you really telling me? are challenged with the question, who are you? You just gone through an affirmation that specifically defines who you are, and you agree with it. So no one can tell you anything different than this affirmation. Now this affirmation happens to be based on the truth of Scripture, but the reality is that this is who you are. You can't let anybody tell you anything different than this. So I say, well, who are you? I'm a character-centered, servant, warrior, leader of high integrity. I'm not common. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. I'm not slow. I'm not a fool. I'm not a loser. I will not be defeated. I will not walk by fear. And I will not allow my circumstances to define me. So stop trying to define who I am. I know who I am. You got the picture? I can't hear you.
Yes, sir.
So don't ever think that all of this does not connect. This whole process is connected. Because this whole process is about you as a character-centered servant, warrior, leader of high integrity. So the question about who am I and what is my definition, I can tell you that just by giving you my affirmation. But I have to believe the affirmation. How many of you believe the affirmation? I can't hear you. You got to believe the affirmation. So if you're repeating this affirmation, it's good that you learn it. You learn it and you're able to recite it. But do you believe it? That's the key. People who believe this don't let mountains scare them. They will climb high mountains. Because climbing a high mountain is nothing but that, climbing a high mountain. When I get to the top, I'm at the top, you see. And then I'm ready to go on to something else. But I'm not going to let somebody tell me I can't climb it. Why is that? Because I know who I am. I know what my definition is. What is my purpose? My purpose is really to have dominion over the earth. That's my real purpose. My purpose is to have dominion over the earth. Y'all listening? My purpose is to have dominion over the earth. So when I sing the victory song, I'm talking about my purpose. This land is mine. This land is mine. Come on. So give me my mountain, because this land is mine. I'm talking about my purpose now. When I'm dealing with this victory song and I'm placing it out front of me, I'm letting you know a few things about me that you may not have known. For instance, I'm a warrior. I'm victorious. I'm dressed for battle. Every time you see me, I'm dressed for battle. I'm victorious. I've surrendered to God. I've surrendered to love already. Because God is love, right? I can't hear you.
Yes, sir.
So give me my mountain. This land is mine. Stop treating me like I'm a stepchild. Stop treating me like I'm an Haggis stepchild. I might be a stepchild, but I don't have to be an Haggis. I'm not a loser. So stop referring to me as a loser. Stop talking to me like I'm a loser. Love is my leader. Faith is my keeper. Joy is my reward. The Spirit leads me. He's always with me. Give me my mountain. Why? This land is mine. I'm just telling you up front, this belongs to me. Why would you say that? Because I'm a winner. God is my captain. Faith is my keeper. Joy is my reward. My faith leads me. It's always with me. So give me my mountain and get out of my way. Well, it doesn't say that, but you got the picture. Why? Because I'm an overcomer. I'm more than I can't hear you. I am an overcomer. I'm more than a conqueror. I've had many battles. I'm more than a conqueror. My mind is. So stop telling me that I'm slow, that I'm ADHD, that I'm any of those things, that I can't read. Stop telling me that foolishness, because I can read. I may not be able to read the way you're able to teach. I may not be able to get something the way you're able to teach, but just because I can't get it the way you're able to teach doesn't speak of me, it speaks of you. You need to be able to figure out how to teach different ways. I've had many battles, and I'm more than a conqueror. My mind is keen, my sight is clear. So give me my mountain. Why? Because this land is mine. Matter of fact, victory victory. That's part of my definition. That's part of my purpose. So these questions have to be raised in your mind. You have to start to think differently if you want to do differently. All of you in here right now who are in school, you have a great future in front of you, but you have to go and get your future because you have to demand that the system turns loose what's yours. Give me this mountain. Proof. Read. The next stage in the development process is the proof stage. All the evidence gathered by the facilitator mentor provides proof to who? To the learner. Proof of things desired but still unseen. This compare and contrast stage allows individuals to better understand the winner's way and develop as a character-centered servant warrior leader. Parameters set in the evidence stage become benchmarks in the continuing development process. During the proof process, the learner identifies and weighs options. He or she is motivated to study the situation and fully absorb it. If during the evidence stage we have helped the learner set appropriate decision maker, it should be decision making, let me make a note of that. Decision maker parameters, we are likely to see and measure continual growth and development. The alternative, of course, is separation from the process because of apparent rigor. In a word, you must help set the appropriate parameters during the evidence stage, or you put the rest of the development process at risk. So we used to work with a guy by the name of Marsh, and through over time he had developed, along with a team of people, a selling process. And in his selling process he used these principles. We took those principles and adapted them to something that we were already doing and started to translate and transcribe much of what he was saying into what we were already saying. That's why you hear some of this way. Acceptance. The third stage of the thought process is what? Acceptance. Here, all the evidence presented in the proof stage is finally weighed, and the learner chooses the winner's way. One mind. The most critical element in developing character-centered servant warrior leaders by faith is becoming of one mind with the learner. A facilitator mentor, one who understands the learner, knows the thought process, and makes use of parameters with which the learner accepts, will likely help the learner achieve the right result. Start. To understand how the learner thinks, you must become as one with the learner. You will do what? You'll probably find that the learner is a lot like you. You'll be shocked when you talk to other people who are free in their minds. Their mind is keen. Their sight is clear. You'll be shocked at how similar you are. Because winners are winners by any other name are still, I can't hear you. Winners. A winner is a winner by any other name is a winner. Say that with me. A winner is a winner by any other name is a winner. So a winner is a winner by any other name is a winner. Okay, we had this process. Read. This process, seeing inside the learner, may best be thought of as planning a sort of military campaign. You carefully identify the target. You learn all you can about your opponent's position, defenses, and usual tactics, and plan your campaign to facilitate the development. The techniques involved in learning to see the learner hold the key to your process in developing character-centered servant warrior leaders. Let's read that line again. The techniques involved in learning to see the learner hold the key to your success in developing character-centered servant warrior leaders. I'm going to have to rewrite that line. Read. Collecting evidence should be your first step. You must understand the learner's primary influences, the results needed and expected, and the effects of that represents the underlying motivations behind the commitment You'll gain important clues in the process, clues that help you understand how the learner thinks and the facilitation style that is most effective. You will have begun to think in tandem with the learner. Remember the young fisherman who thought walking on the water was a miracle. Like him, you may marvel at facilitator mentors who accomplish great results with apparent ease. They possess the ability to see inside the learner. Like the young fisherman, they have learned to see far beneath the surface. Their result, a carefully constructed pathway across the water to the shore of character-centered servant warrior leader development. There is no shortcut, say it again. There is no shortcut, say it again. There is no shortcut to join the ranks of effective facilitators. You must build your own unique pathway to success and achievement. Now, it's obvious here that this is written primarily for the facilitators so that the facilitators know how to facilitate better. But it's also written for the cadets because you as a cadet must understand what the process is and what they're attempting to do. Application. Seeing correctly. This exercise is designed to help you see the validity of the sequence of the faith walk. Step 1. Select a significant decision or choice that you've made over the past year. One that you took some time processing. That was not a quick impulse decision. Write down the decision or choice. So if we were in a classroom setting, I would ask you now to sit down and write it, but we're not at this point because of the timing. But I do want you to think. Think about a significant decision, something that you've decided, or a significant choice that you've made over the past year. Maybe yours would be over the past month, past week, maybe the past day. One that you took some time processing. It wasn't a quick impulse decision. Write it down so that it is clear. Step 2. Record the first level evidence you gather or become aware of the motivated your interest in the decision or choice. Was it a problem that you were experiencing? Was there something with which you had become discontent or disgusted? Was it something that had resulted in certain consequences? What negative effect was it having on you? What was the final straw that caused you to act? Remember back to the evidence you started gathering to rationalize and justify your desire to act. Now this process was excellent in preparing sales types who were deep sales types. And Mr. Marsh did an excellent job of developing those individuals. Step 3. What proof did you need at the time you actually made this decision or choice? You had to have enough proof to decide or choose at a specific time. You had to have enough proof to decide or choose. What was it? Step 4. What were the specific reasons that finally convinced you to make the decision or choice? Step 5. After you've lived with and experienced the consequences of your choice for a while, ask yourself, did the real evidence match up with the proof of my acceptance? C. Write out your answers to the step questions listed above. And then there you would have written out those 5 answers. And then we would start to talk about what they meant and what impact they had on your life. Group. At ease. Be seated. So today, this is not the last time we will go through this, obviously. We will do this over and over and over and again. And it will polish you, and it will be polished each time we do it. So today we do all hands on deck. This is your facility. You should be pleased with your facility. We don't live in a pigsty. Hello? We don't live in a situation where we are nasty. We're not nasty. Now that's not in your affirmation, but it shouldn't have had to be. You already know you're not nasty. If you are nasty, cease. Don't be nasty anymore. All right? We want our place to be clean. We want it to be presentable. Yes, we have guests coming tomorrow, but we would want it to be clean if we didn't have guests because we're here. Can y'all hear what I'm saying? So, I want you to prepare then to address the all hands on deck. Do we have plan of any type, Rich, are you aware?
We do have a plan of some type.
Okay. Would you like to facilitate from this point forward?
I could.
Okay. Now, I need you, at the close of our session, to ensure that you do your journal sheets. Do the journal sheets because that's the only way we know that you were here. Eventually, we will have a roll calling mechanism, but we're still ensuring that we have everybody's name in place. Now, is there anyone who did not complete an index card when we were doing the index cards? Anyone? So everybody's completed one of these index cards. Is that correct? Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, Brother Richard, let's do this.
All right, so our primary focuses of attack will be in the fellowship hall and in the sanctuary. We're going to have the males begin here in the sanctuary, cleaning up and straightening up the equipment as it relates to musician and some of the video audio. Again, we'll have the ladies that be next door under the direction of facilitators, sweeping, cleaning, and things of that nature by facilitator. And the males will be over to address some issues over there. We're meeting back here at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock for last minute things and dismissal. Okay, so we're meeting back here at 12 o'clock. So female rites of passage and progress will be next door. Males will start off over here in the sanctuary. And we'll make sure that we are attacking this like it is important to us. Amen? Hello? Amen? So if you see it, and believe it needs to get done, then let's address it. Right? If there's something that you can't handle, and if there's something that needs to be repaired or fixed, and let someone know, then we can address that. Like if it's a light bulb, or if it's something missing that needs to be there, or something just fell off, if the wall fell down, let us know. All right? Any specific questions? Now I don't know the very specifics of what needs to be attacked next door. So if you get next door, you can assess and address. Any questions?
I have one statement. Sister Lance, I know that you and your team generally takes care of the things next door. Can you direct us in the administration facility, at least let the facilitators know exactly where they should deploy the young ladies, and you do the same thing over here.
All right, good to you, Jim.
Oh, what was that? Sit down. Let's try it again.
Good to you, Jim. All right. You might want to leave your books. People who leave their books outside, I'm not sure what the consequences are. My suggestion is a couple of big fours and a bunch of other running stuff. That's your book, so if you carry it with you, you have a responsibility to keep up with your book.
Get your book on your seat.
So today, make sure you leave it because it is wet outside. So we have found a number of manuals left outside on a Sunday. We don't want that to happen. Amen. You are dismissed to your facilitator.
All hands on deck, we're cleaning up our facility.
Mark, we want to, we need GCBC.